Hello gamers, it's the Game Fairy and I'm back with another episode of Deltarune. On the last episode we met Prince Ralsei and we also met the very devilish Lancer. And I am going to pick back up from there. We are currently in Castle Town. Continue. So we did learn that the way out is going down and to the right, if I remember correctly. So our characters are moving along that way. And we come across a dummy that looks exactly like Ralsei. It's a mannequin on a post. And Ralsei says, "Oh, Chris, it's the training dummy I made. Now seems like a great chance to prepare for the enemy. Would you like me to teach you how to fight?" And I am going to say no. "All right, you already fought Lancer, didn't you? I was so excited to teach you, I absolutely blanked. But, just in case you forgot anything, here, I made a manual for you and Susie." Which, Susie kind of ran off, so I don't know if we're going to encounter her again. Maybe. "Press X to open the menu and use it in your items." You got the manual. Okay, and we are going to walk past this Ralsei stunt double here. It looks like Ralsei just with a permanent smile. And we approach two very grandiose golden doors. There are sweeps and swirls of gold surrounding it. "Oh my, the great door is opened? No wonder Lancer was able to come through. Chris, once we pass through this door, our adventure will really begin. A journey foretold exactly by the prophecy. But Chris, I believe your choices are important too." And Ralsei looks concerned. "This world is full of all kinds of people, Chris. In the end, how we treat them makes all the difference. So let's try our best to fight, to get by without fighting. If we can manage to do that, I believe this tale may have a happy ending. Otherwise, I fear that you may not find the result favorable." "Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too much to ask?" "I can handle it." "Chris, I knew you were a hero the moment I saw you. Let's try our best, all right?" And Ralsei looks so full of glee. And we are going to head through these giant golden doors. Our adventure will now begin. And the doors slam shut with Ralsei peeking out one final time. And we walk forward to a spark. With the door closed behind you, your adventure will truly begin. The power of adventure shines within you. And we will save, and we are now in a new area called Field Great Door. And in this new area, it is a purple pathway with blocky pink trees on both sides of us. So we are just going to follow along this purple path. It's the field of hopes and dreams. And there is a sign on the side. "Enemies ahead. You're gonna die. Signed, Lancer." So our heroes should be concerned. That is quite the message. And as we walk forward in this purple field, we see an enemy. This enemy has what appears to be a dagger in their hand, crazy eyes, and they're shaped like a teardrop almost. They're called a rudin. Rudin drew near. And we are going to act. In this game, I will be acting passively because we don't want to hurt anybody, okay? We're just a kid and an adorable puppy, whatever Ralsei is. So I really want to play as passively as I possibly can. So we are going to convince the Rudin. And Ralsei is going to get ready to spare the Rudin once we convince it otherwise. So let's hope this works. You told Rudin to quit fighting. It was utterly swayed. Ralsei spared Rudin. So that Rudin is no more. It went away to a better life. So we won. We got 0 experience points and $30 dark dollars. Perfect. So we can now continue on our purple path. The wind is slowly blowing the purple grass. And there is another sign at the end of this walkway. If you're reading this, I guess you're dead. Signed, Lancer. I don't know how that works, but alrighty, I guess we're dead now. And we are going to continue on. There's another area with a sign, and the trickster Lancer is standing right beside it. Let's read this sign first. Hey, don't read this sign. It's a work in progress. Signed, Lancer. So I assume he just did this sign. And now let's talk to Lancer himself.
Ho, 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 if it isn't my 2 favorite people. Psych, you guys aren't even in my top 5.
And Lancer does a raspberry. Lancer, where's Susie? Ralsei asked.
You mean the purple girl? Ho, ho, ho. You fools, you're too late to stop me.
What did you do?
Ha, 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 ha. It was so simple. She beat me up, so I ran away.
That's a bit anticlimactic. Okay, and let's see if Lancer has anything more to say. So, are you just gonna stand there? Ralsei asked Lancer. I thought you would at least run to the right.
Why? The purple girl's over there.
Oh, so it appears that Susie is to the right. But we do have a little split pathway. Our heroes can go to the right or they can go to the south. And I am going to go to the south really quick. I tend to mix up like north, south, east, and west with left and right. I'll combine them, but... So we're going downwards. And there is a tree. It's a pink tree with... looks like blinking star-shaped fruit, maybe? And there's a sign next to the tree. Let's see what this says. These types of trees don't contain an item that can heal you. Whatever you do, don't check the tree and use X to open your menu. You got it? Signed, Lancer. So we are going to take a look-sees at this tree. We just gotta. There are 2 objects hanging from the tree. Take one. Yes. You got the dark candy. Oh, and there's still one more hanging from the tree. So let's click it again. There's a candy hanging from the tree. Take one. And I'm going to say yes. You got the dark candy. So now this pink tree has no more fruit or candies hanging from it anymore. So we have taken all we can. So let's head up and now past Lancer, go to the right. And Lancer chimes in.
Hey, if you head that way, my troops will thrash you.
Is that a threat? Ralsei asks.
I prefer to think of it as an invitation.
Okay, so Lancer gave us a good warning because I see another Rudin with its crazy eyes peeping at us. And I was too slow. The Rudin walked on in. A necklace of Rudins blocks your path. So let's try to act as passively and as sweetly as we can. So we are going to... Oh, wow. Okay. Let's convince this Rudin to not fight us. And then Ralsei, get ready to spare it. You told Rudin to quit fighting. It was utterly swayed. And we spared that first Rudin, but we have a second one to worry about now. So let's get in position. Face my diamond cutter, the Rudin says, as it throws diamonds at us. And we did dodge it. But now Rudin is thinking about elaborate stones. So maybe while it's distracted, we can convince and spare this one. You told Rudin to quit fighting. It was utterly swayed. And Ralsei snapped his fingers and spared Rudin. So we had 2 spares in 1 battle. You won, got 0 experience points and 61 dark dollars. So we're kind of rolling in dough right now. And we are just continuing on this purple path. The grass blades just blowing. And we are still surrounded by pink, blocky trees. And we came across a new character. They look like 2 tortilla chips stacked on top of each other. And there's something smoking. Let's talk to this character first. Mamma Mia, I'm top chef. My latest cake worked me to exhaustion. And this character is spinning, and when it stops, it ends with its hands outstretched like they're doing a dance. Spin around, pose. Spin around, pose. So I took a little nap, but Mamma Mia, a scary noise woke me up. Oh, and they're sobbing. A beast was hunched on the table, eating the cake like an animal. I spritzed it with water, and it hissed and ran off. But my wonderful cake is... Oh, Chris, that sounds like Susie. We must be going the right way, Ralsei says excitedly. Let's try to keep her out of any more trouble. Okay, and I'm going to talk to this character again. Mamma Mia, Mama Sheba. You know that beast. Please don't come back. Okay, so it seems he definitely had quite a horrible experience with Susie. But on the table behind him, there is the remains of a cake. The remains of the cake are still smoldering. Take a piece. I'm going to take a piece of cake. The broken cake was added to your key items. So I don't know if that's a rude thing to do, but hey, we got a piece of cake. And we are going to walk on our path to the right. And we see another Rudin. I don't think we're going to be able to run away from him. Nope. Rudin got us. Rudin and Hathy blocked the way. So we do have a new creature here named Hathy. And Hathy looks like royalty. They have a crown on their head. And they're sort of shaped like a heart with a big wide grin. They have a staff in their hand. And the bottom of their legs look almost like tentacles. So this is going to be interesting. But we, nonetheless, will act passively. So let's try to get rid of this Rudin. We're going to convince it to not fight anymore and get Ralsei to go ahead and spare it. Okay, success. And now we have Hathy to worry about. And Hathy, whoa. Hathy threw a heart at us. It was spinning and then went straight upwards, but we were able to dodge its attack. Hathy is whispering a lovely spell, which if it's lovely, maybe it's not too bad. But we are going to act on this Hathy and we're going to flatter it. And we're going to get Ralsei in position to spare. You told Hathy it has cool tentacles, and Hathy has one of its tentacles up near its face, and it's blushing. It began to think about this. Ralsei spared Hathy, so no harm, no foul this one. You won no experience points, but 61 dark dollars. And we are going to continue along our path. Oh, and we do see another tree filled with stars. There are 2 objects hanging from the tree. Take one. Yes, you got the dark candy. And we are going to grab this second dark candy as well. Though I don't believe we've taken any damage. I think I can see that. Yes, so Chris is at 90 of 90. Ralsei is at 70 of 70. And we do have 4 dark candies, 1 glow shard. And in our key items, we still have our cell phone and broken cake now. So, looks like we're doing all right. And we are continuing to the right. And it looks like we came across a puzzle. So there is a sign on the wall along with a clock. And then our pathway is blocked by spikes. There are 3 switches on the ground. So let's read this sign and see what it says. Check the clock. In order to solve this puzzle, you'll have to hurry. Okay, so we are going to check this clock. All right. And now the switches on the ground are lighting up. And it worked. The spikes are now down. So it was kind of like DDR in a way. When the right switch lit up, you had to hit the right one. When the left switch hit up, you got to hit the left one. Success. Oh, and there is another spark. Let's see what this is. A save spot. And we are at the field maze of death. And there is a sign. Behold, the maze of death. Prepare to get lost, clowns. Signed, Lancer. Okay, let's hope we're not going to get too lost in here. We're still walking along this purple grass-lined pathway to another sign. Feeling lost yet? You must be utterly helpless among these twists and turns. Your sense of direction won't save you now. Signed, Lancer. And there were no twists and no turns. It was just a straight path, basically. So, very interesting, Lancer. And we do see these enemies on the ground. At least I think they're enemies. They look like paint splatters almost. And when I clicked on it, it says it's some sort of enemy. Looks like they got clobbered. And I see more in the distance. They're pink and they have some sort of metal hat on it, potentially. They're face down, so I can't really make out what they are. But we did come to 3 different pathways that we can go. We can go left, right, or down. So I'm starting to feel that maze of madness. But to the left, there is a sign. So I'm going to check this sign. Hey, wait, where am I? Help! Somebody help! I'm lost! Sign, Lancer. What is he like, journaling his experience through the maze? And when I continue along this pathway, I see another clobbered enemy, but also a red treasure chest. So let's open this up and see inside. You obtained the treasure chest. Inside was white ribbon. You put white ribbon in your armors. That ribbon is armor, Chris. It increases defense. Why don't you try wearing it in the equipment menu? I think it'd look great on you. Oh, thank you, Elsie. So supportive. So we are going to do that. We're going to go to equip. Go to Chris. And I do see it in our armors. We have white ribbon, a crinkly hair ribbon that slightly increases your defense. And our cuteness went up, but it shows our defense went from 2 to 4. So I am going to go ahead and equip that. Awesome. We haven't taken much damage, if any at all, but I know the time will come when we do, so hopefully this will help. And we are going to go back the way we came to get to the split in the road. So we can go to the right or we can go downwards. So I'm going to go to the right, and I see one of those enemies that are clobbered, but this one is still standing. They're sobbing and they look like a rabbit with their teeth gritted. Whoa, wait a minute. Even if you're my enemy, I've got to warn you. A purple beast is roaming, clobbering anyone who dares to block her way. And I'm singing because when I talk to this creature, they do a little stomp, stomp dance. So I'm just imagining they're singing, sob. We don't even like fighting. The king left us no choice. Oh, Chris, we need to stop Susie. Quick. Sounds like we definitely do. This poor creature is clearly stunned and traumatized. Hey, why aren't you afraid? Oh, poor creature. And all their friends splayed out in the background. Okay, so the only pathway we have left is down. So let's go straight down. And we have a path to the left and to the right. I don't know if I'm pointing because it's mirrored, but left and right. And both have signs in front of them. Let's go to the left first. And this sign says, hey, don't look. This sign's private. Sign Lancer. Private sign. Yikes. And then we're going to go to the right. And this sign says, oh, it's just this way. Signed Lancer. So it seems like we are almost on our way out of this maze. And I see Lancer. He spots us. And an exclamation mark appeared over his head.
Ho, ho, ho! Somehow you survived the maze. But don't count your blessings before they hatch. Let's see how you fare against this team.
And Lancer runs away, and 3 Hathies block our way. Okay, so we have to be strategic about this. I do have the ability to flatter all 3 of them, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use X flatter. You ordered Ralsei to flatter all the enemies. Out of anyone, I'm glad we randomly encountered all of you, Ralsei tells the Hathies. Oh, and the Hathies are all blushing, but they're still going to attack us with hearts rotating around. And Lancer runs into the middle of the battle and says,
hey, why aren't you guys thrashed? You're totally outnumbered.
You made a team purely of support enemies, Ralsei answers. Their bullet patterns aren't balanced at all. It's like a dinner made out of 3 glasses of milk.
And that's, unusual somehow?
Why don't we talk about this after the battle? Ralsei should suggest. Okay. And Hathi smiled a darling smile. So these Hathis are feeling pretty good about themselves. And I think it's time that we spare them and send them along their way. They didn't ask to be in this battle, okay? That was Lancer's orders. So let's go ahead and get sparing. Chris spared the first Hathi, and Ralsei spared the second Hathi. Booyah! We only have 1 Hathi left. And it's targeting Chris. Okay, hearts spinning around. Smells like soft kisses. And we were able to dodge Hathi's attack, his heart attack. And it's time to get this last one spared. Chris spared Hathi.
Great job, Chris. We earned 0 experience points and 84 dark dollars.
And Lancer runs back in.
Sweet. How much do I get?
Aww. And Lancer's smiling a crooked smile.
You lost, Lancer. You don't get any. Oh.
And Lancer is deflated.
Can I have some of yours?
And honestly, I would love to give Lancer some of our money. He's so cute.
No.
Ralsei answers angrily.
Fine. Later, losers.
And Lancer runs off. Ralsei, sassy. And we take a couple more steps and who do we see posing? But Lancer, the trickster and treatster himself. Let's go talk to him.
Sup?
I thought you were running away.
Yeah. I finished.
Adorbs. So we are going to keep walking past Lancer into another puzzle. So we have a clock on the wall and more switches on the ground. This time we have 2, 4, 6 switches to run over. So let's click this clock. Okay, we're DDRing. They're lighting up and it's not working. Let's try this one more time. We're DDRing real quick. The switches are lighting up and it's still not working. Maybe we have to continue on forward. I'm not sure what happened there. So we're going to continue to the right. And who do we see standing in front of a locked door? But Susie, the big old bully. Let's go talk to her. Where has she been all this time? Standing in front of this door? Ugh. Open up, you stupid door. And Susie turns around and she's alarmed when she sees us. Oh, great. It's you guys.
Susie, we were ever so worried about you. How do you get past those spikes before?
Walked through them, which is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Susie is scary. But this door sucks.
Oh, don't worry, Susie. It'll open after we solve the puzzle over there.
Nice. Tell me when you finish it.
Susie, we need you to finish it. Sometimes proceeding will take all 3 of us.
Furthermore, only Chris can seal the dark fountain. So if you don't accompany us, you won't make it home. So you're saying I have to stick with you guys? Yep, Ralsei says cheerfully. And Susie is silent and steps behind us. Let's just get this over with. Yahoo! Susie's back on the team. Cue the fanfare, Ralsei sings. Susie joined the party. Susie follows at a distance such that no one can tell she's associated. Okay, so we got Susie back. There is a locked door, so we cannot proceed. So let's go back to this puzzle, and maybe something will be different now with the power of 3. Maybe that will set us free. Any Charm watchers out there? Anyone watch Charmed? Okay, so let's click the clock, and now let's DDR. We got to walk over these lit up switches. And it sounded like a door opened. That was pretty quick. So let's go run back to that locked door and see the status. Oh, and there's someone standing in the way. But Ralsei says, "Oh, Chris, Susie never got a tutorial either. Next battle, we should show her how to act. I think she might really enjoy that." Okay, and there is a new character or creature standing in front of us in the pathway. They weren't there before, and it looks like a red plate with a bear face on it, almost small like a checkers piece. And their little black legs are thin and they're bending and snapping. Bend, snap, bend, snap. Looks like they're doing some squats. So let's talk to this dinner plate. Oh, and it's called a sea round. Sea round attacked violently, and the creature is kicking up its feet at us while singing. So I don't know how violently that actually is, but apparently very. You recall Ralsei's advice to include Susie in an act. Okay, so let's act. See round, and we can either warn or do an X compliment. I'm going to try warning. You warned C round about Susie. It seems barely cognizant of what that means. Hey, wait. Why the hell are you giving the enemy advice? So we don't accidentally hurt it? Ralsei answers. Hurting? It's the point, you moron. It attacked us, so it dies. Simple, right? But Susie, what if the enemy might be, nice? Okay, yeah, there's a word for that. Oh, what is it? I have no clue what she's about to say. Uh-oh. Striking first. And Susie swings her axe, but the sea round skips and walks away. Urgh, you idiots, it got away. Wow, that was close, Chris. But maybe I should talk to her. You won. We got 0 experience points and 0 dark dollars. Susie, that was not very nice, girlie. Okay, there is a sign here, though. Hee 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 hee. I sneaked by and made a sign. Signed Lancer. Little trickster. So we are going to go through this door. And we see a character that is blue and looks like a puzzle piece. Like a cross between a puzzle piece and a bear. And they have little half-shut eyes and a grin. But Ralsei says, Susie, I suppose you missed what I said earlier. As heroes, we have the power to make a peaceful future. So from now on, let's try to avoid fighting, okay? And Susie thinks, what if you just took it easy on them? If you weaken an enemy, I can use my pacify spell, which can put exhausted people to sleep. Yawn. Yeah, you talking is already doing that. Well, just think about it. We might have to warn enemies about her, Chris. Okay, so I guess we're going to talk to this character. So there's three things. So there's the puzzle bear hybrid with the bolo hat on. There is a shop, which looks like a bunch of scraps of fabric and a button stitched together. And then there is a spark. So we're going to talk to the puzzle bear first. And then we're going to see that spark and then maybe end the episode here. So let's talk to this bear. Hey. Hey, kid. You wanna buy a tutorial? It's only $50 dark dollars. And the character's eyes are darting back and forth quickly. So this feels not right. I don't want to buy a tutorial. Ha, ha, did I say 50? Well, we just went on sale. 20 dark dollars. And the character's mouth is open. It looks like they're screaming. Is that their mouth? I think so. It's like, oh. And their eyes are so wide now. I still don't want a tutorial. I don't understand what this is. One? Only $1? Please, please. I need this right now. And the character is screaming. Its bottom lip is quivering so hard and its eyes are the size of grapefruits right now. I think it really needs this. I kind of don't want it though. Excuse me, sir. I think I have $1. Ralsei speaks up. Is it dark? And the character goes back to looking suspicious, its eyes darting left and right again. Yes? Perfect. Right this way, gentlemeners. And the character darted off to the left. I guess we're going to follow him. And Puzzle Bear turned to Puzzle Power Rangers. So the Puzzle Bear is blue. There's a red one, an orange one, a yellow one, and a pinkish purple fuchsia one. And they each have hats. So the blue one we spoke to has one hat. Red one has no hats. Orange has one hat. Yellow has 2 hats. And fuchsia has 3 hats. So this is very strange. I guess let's read the sign. So there's a sign and a hole next to it. So the sign says, whole goals. $1 monthly tutorial weekly, $10 weekly tutorial monthly, and $100, stop making tutorials. Monthly tutorial weekly. Weekly tutorial monthly. And I clicked on the hole. Now it says donation hole. If you like our tutorials, please throw your money into a hole. I'm not going to throw anything. You decided to save the dollar for a different hole. All right, let's talk to Puzzle Bear.
We're sorry. We're normally puzzle guys, but we've been forced to do tutorials just to make ends meet. When the king got power, he fired everyone and replaced all puzzle makers with him. Rook's card, Lord of the Puzzles. Be careful.
Okay, I guess I'll talk to the red guy. I'm TP Master. Ask me about TPs. No, thank you. Later, kid. And when I spoke to the red one, its face is like jiggling from side to side slowly. Let's talk to the orange one. I'm Ralsei Master. Ask me about Ralseis. I guess there's more than one out here. Oh, let's see. Oh, we can ask them a fact. Ralsei loves when you give us money. He will hug you and call you honey.
Hey, that's not true,
Ralsei chimes in.
You don't need money to get me to do that.
Aw, little sweetheart. And the yellow one says, I'm Susie Master. Ask me about Susies. And let's see a fact about Susie. Susie loves when you give us money. This sounds kind of scammy. She will. Nope, don't care, Susie interrupts. Did I say something funny? And the yellow puzzle bear creature was alarmed by Susie's voice. Okay, and now we got the fuchsia one. I'm Chris Master. Ask me about Chris's. Let's get a fact about Chris. It's a good idea to give us bucks. It'll make you happy and fill you with lucks. Over there is our donation hole. We had a box, but it got stole. Okay, so I am going to go over to their donation hole. And it is asking to throw $1 in. I think we have the dollar to spare. We have not spent any money this entire time. So let's go ahead and throw $1. You put $1 in the hole. The hole became full. Okay, perfect. Well, and I did speak to the original, the OG blue puzzle bear one more time, and he says,
the king didn't even give us severance pay. His son just gave us all beanies. Itchy beanies.
Oh, I thought it was like a bolio. What are they called? Bolio hats? But they're beanies, little hipsters. Okay, well, I like them a little more, the little hipster bears. Okay, so we're going to go back to the right, and now we're standing in front of the shop. And there's the spark off to the side of the shop. So let's go ahead and check the spark and then wrap up this episode. Susie, the violet tormentor, is now your ally. The power of mean girls shines within you. We're going to save. We're now at Seam's shop.
So I think that is a good place to stop here. I hope that you are enjoying this series. It's really fun. I love the writing in this game. The game itself might look a little bit more on the simpler side, but it has so much heart and it's really funny. So I hope that you're enjoying this, and I hope that you subscribe or like the video and come along for the ride. I also uploaded an episode of oh no, what was it called? It's called Little Guardsman, and that was fun to make. So if you're looking for something else to check out, I suggest that. Or Lil Gator. That was also a fun episode to make. Regardless, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, a good time, and I will be talking to y'all real soon with some more content. So I'll be seeing ya.